This video is going to be a little bit all over the place because I've been all over the place. I think I told you guys in my previous video that I've been interviewing, and I had a third round take-home assignment that I had to do on a Sunday, and it took about 10 hours, and it was really intense. And then I submitted that to the team, and then 2 days later I heard back that they wanted to invite me to the final round. So I actually had the final round on this past Friday, and it was like 5 hours. It was probably the most intense interview that I've ever had. It's for one of the largest tech companies, and it's a really exciting role. The problem is that I am like the type of person who can't function when I'm waiting for big news. Like, I can't just keep carrying on and going about my life. I get completely disoriented and incapacitated. Like, I've been unable to go to the gym. Like, I haven't been able to eat that well. I have barely been able to work, which is not great. So I think I'm just like a really extreme person. I'm not the type of person that can just carry on and ignore certain things that are going on. It's just the only thing on my mind. I'm very all or nothing and really intense in that way. So I'm really hoping that I'm gonna find out today, it's Tuesday, if I got the job, because I can't wait anymore. I'm gonna get a stomach ulcer. I've genuinely have been sick. And I don't know if I mentioned this, but if I do get the job, I have to move to literally the farthest place I could possibly move, which is Seattle. I've never been to Seattle, never been to Washington, but it's kind of like my dream job. And so I decided that if I get it, I'm going to do it. I'm going to move. And I've been in New York for 12 years. The only time I've ever lived outside of New York was when I studied abroad. So this would be massive change. But I feel like I've been kind of waiting for something like this to bring me out of New York and take me out of my comfort zone, because there's been no reason for me to move anywhere else or to live anywhere else. And I want to. I just haven't been able to decide where I would want to go because there's been no reason for me to go anywhere. So to have a job that relocates me, I feel like is the perfect way to get me out of here. And if you've seen any of my shorts, then you probably know that I've kind of been falling out of love with New York over the past, I don't know, I want to say 2 years. I think having less friends as you get older and just being really focused on your career and stuff, it's not as enjoyable being in New York City. And I'm sure other people would come for my throat about this, but it's just so expensive. Everything you do is it's just really expensive. And I don't go out nearly as much as I did, obviously, when I was in my younger 20s. And I think being here in that part of my life was great. But at this point, I think I don't really need to be here. And it kind of feels like a rat race where no one's ever really making any progress. They're just kind of in this cycle, stuck in New York City because it's so expensive, and they think that there's something to prove. And I just don't feel that way. Also, I get it. New York is special and it's one of the most diverse places. There's so much to do, but I just don't need that on the day to day anymore. I'm freaking the heck out. Ew, heck. That was weird. I'm just freaking out. I hate that I'm this intense person who cannot function when waiting on something like this, because it's really impacting my life. So I hope that I find out sooner than later, and I'll let you guys know. But yeah, I've basically been non-functional, dysfunctional. I've been dysfunctional. I haven't been doing anything. So there's really not much to catch up on there. But if I get the job, I will update you guys on that, and then also maybe update you on the interview process and how I went about it. And yeah, that's it. I have to work now somehow and concentrate on my job that I hate. So yeah.
So this
have been trying my best to use all of the little free journals and things that I have from my office for studying for the GRE, but I just feel like the quality of it is making me enjoy the studying less. And I know that that's probably superficial, but the studying part of this is already tough. So I feel like I want to treat myself to some new stationery and things that I can use to organize my notes. For the most part, I use my whiteboard for a lot of like problem solving and practice questions, but I need something to keep actual notes to look back to and to make sure that I'm retaining the information. I'm gonna head over to Fifth Avenue and go to MUJI. I'll take you with me. What sunglasses I want to wear. Also need to go to Whole Foods to return something from Amazon, and that will be kind of on the way, so I think I'm gonna stop there. Kind of underwhelming, not gonna lie. The notebook section was not very diverse. So I only got two. The first one's just this basic notepad, but it is blank with no lines, which I prefer, especially for math related notes. And then I also got this thin one that's just graph paper because, again, math. But I did re-up on some of my pens, so I decided to go down and get 0.38 pens, and then a pencil and a new highlighter because the one that I have, I think I've had for 5 years and it's now on its way out. That is everything that I got from MUJI. Then I also stopped, I remembered I needed to pick up my library book. So this is the alignment problem. I don't know how I'm gonna finish this on time, considering I probably only have like 2 or 3 weeks till I have to return it, and it is quite large. And I'm also reading a different book that I need to finish for my book club before April like 7th or something, so we'll see.
Left knee down and bridge the left hand to the right knee foot for that lovely little stretch. That means your body needs it, right? You can bridge again. Inhale, exhale.
Invited for the final round. I really didn't expect to get to this point, honestly, for this role, especially because it's within the AI space. It feels kind of like a dream role for me. I'm really overwhelmed right now and like probably getting ahead of myself. Obviously, I don't have an offer yet or anything, but both really excited but also scared, and like scared to get an offer but also scared to not get an offer, and like combination of feelings. I'm just freaking the fuck out. Oh my god.
yeah, this is like a really, really big week for me.